All right, leaders. Hello. It is February 1st, and we are 1 week away for leaving for convention. Our convention recognition ended yesterday, and we had a nice, strong end to that. So congratulations to all of you that achieved the level that you were looking for. We had levels. We had, every different level achieved. So we have Becky even got level 3 with the 15,000 and the 3 recruits. So, and, she didn't just have 3 recruits. She actually had more than 3 recruits, which is what helped because then, remember, their sales counted just like with the trip. So congratulations. I'm excited for that luncheon. And then we had several get the 7,500 level, many get the 3,500 level. And we had quite a few team members earn the training with Scott at the 5,000 level. So that's going to be super exciting for those achievers. And that's going to be, it looks to me like that's at lunchtime. So I think that's going to be one where you either go eat lunch or you grab a lunch and go eat while Scott is talking, because it seems to be at lunchtime, if I'm not mistaken. Which I was cracking up. Scott's such a germaphobe and stuff. Like, I'm hysterical that he's going to have people eating all around him. I kind of am like almost enjoying how that's going to drive him crazy. So convention, I am going to do a live, I think, just like a getting ready for convention, because I was talking about some of it last night, but it was late. I never said I was coming on. I didn't say that was the topic. So I'll redo it again, so that people know what to bring and what to expect and, where to go. And because I think that the thing about the shoes is super important. Because, seriously, my feet were in such bad shape after my first Vegas convention. So I'll throw that hint out there, that tip out there. I would imagine that I should have the table assignments really soon, and I'll do what I did at the last one, which was kind of rotate the seating and, do it by team sometimes and by level sometimes and stuff, so that people can meet different team members, because you don't come all the way to convention to hang out with the same 6 people you'd see at your meeting at home. Definitely, important to mix it up. So everybody's okay with that? Okay, great. What we I didn't think of last time, Tiffany took care of making those table signs. I'm going to get in touch with her and see if she wouldn't mind doing it again. She said it was easy. She had it on her program and she just printed it out, and then we just put them in the stand things. And then, that's enough, right? Are we sticking with the agreement of we're not going to be the team that goes crazy with the table decorations?
Yes.
Everybody's okay with that?
I do have a question, though. I have a question. Are we going to have the tables during the day like we did in Chicago?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep. I'm told it's going to be the same. So I'll do the daytime is when I kind of did the mix-up stuff by level and things like that, because I think that's a good thing to do, to sit with other people at your level during a training. And then at night, I'll do, teams together, but it'll be very often 2 teams together at one table and things like that. So
are you going to have anybody, how you had people rotating at your table? Are you going to be doing that too?
Do you think that was fun for people?
I think the team members that didn't really get to know you before were able to get some FaceTime with you.
Yeah. I'm happy to do that again. I enjoyed that myself for the same exact reason. So yeah, I'll definitely mix up where I'm sitting so that I can meet more people. I know sometimes I get in trouble. There was a year that my local team got mad because I wasn't with them at all. And I'm like, I'm with you all the time. Aren't you tired of me? I really thought that. So anyway, I swear I can't win. But it is important to me that I get to, we have Friday day, Friday night, Saturday day, Saturday night, that we can kind of mix it up. And of course, there's nothing strapping me to a chair. I can always do time, I can move around and stuff too. I'll try to do something, I don't know if I'm getting any kind of a suite this time. I feel like I'm not. So I don't know if maybe we'll do, instead of come to my room, because to say everybody come to my room might be difficult. I kind of have to see. If not, we can always do like a meet at the bar at a certain time, you know, where we meet somewhere downstairs. There's that main bar, and then there's some other bar area. And then, of course, you know, we kind of know all the other spots, right? There's the pizzeria sandwich place. There's the crepe place. There's all kinds of stuff. I know a lot of times on one of the days we try to do the buffet if you want to have like one nicer meal. The problem with doing that this year, we've always tried to do it at lunchtime because it's like significantly cheaper than doing it for dinner. But the Friday is the Scott training and Saturday is the VIP lunch. So you guys are certainly welcome to do it on Saturday if you want to try to, if somebody wants to be in charge of that. I know, did anybody else earn the lunch? I keep saying Becky did. I know I did, but I hope I'm not missing anybody. The 3 recruits is what held, like some of you had enough points, but didn't have the 3 recruits. So that was the only thing holding some of you back from getting that. But you certainly are welcome to all plan it and go with whomever you'd like. Just me and Becky can't come. So, the schedule came out. It's, you know, so it'll be pretty easy to follow like usual. Divisions, if you have not told me if you want to come to the leader meeting on Thursday night, just because I don't know when everyone's arriving and stuff. If you're a division and would like to come to the leader meeting Thursday night, just shoot me a message to make sure that I can get you on that list, and I'll know that you'll be there and can get you on the list. I'm happy to do that. I'd love for you guys to come. And then after that, in the past, they've done that VIP sneak peek of the jewelry. They're not doing that this year. So after the leader meeting on Thursday, we can meet up and hang out. Some of you, how many of you are, just do this if you're muted, are coming on Wednesday? Who's coming in Wednesday? Oh, a lot of you. Okay. Oh, yay. Okay. So I'm going to say this because we have nothing. We really have nothing on Thursday day. So I had said to Mary Grace, with that being the case, like bring your bathing suit because there's a rooftop like pool or just shorts or whatever. Like, so let's shoot for like doing a little poolside chit chat fun time on Thursday afternoon. Does that sound good? Is anybody available for that? And if you're coming in on Thursday and get there early enough for it, because since I'm going on Wednesday, I'm going to do all my rehearsals for speaking on Wednesday. And I should pretty much have nothing on Thursday. So I definitely plan on going up and hanging out a bit. So, oh good, that'll be fun. We have like a lot more downtime at this one because there's not as much of the extraneous things we've had in the past. So I feel like someone's knocking on my door. Is that? Okay, well, if they are, it's nobody I need to speak to, or I'm being robbed. Either way, we'll know in a minute. So I think that should be enjoyable, you know, that we can have a little more downtime, because sometimes I feel like that's the downside of a super packed schedule is that we don't get the let's just sit around and talk networking time. And I think we're going to have a bunch of that on this one, so I'm happy about that. Okay. So let's talk about some facts here. Specials. Being as there's only 1 week left to convention, we are allowed to do the $70 freebie thing for this week. And it definitely will end at the end of this week because I know where they're changing to a different special once the convention week hits. So you can offer that at your shows this weekend, the $70 thing and the $250 thing for the hostesses. So yay! Now, if your hostesses have no idea about that, be smart about how you offer it and start incentivizing them in $50 increments now. So, hey, just found out that our pre-convention hostess special is that if you have 10 guests there, you get an extra $50 in credit. And then if she gets 2 bookings, tell her she gets another 50. If you get another, you know what I mean? Like, keep using the 50. That gives you 5, 2, 50, 100, 150. Yeah, that gives you 5 things that you could make up off the fly of things that she has to do to get up to that 250. So if she has one outside order, I tell her if she gets 2 more, she gets another 50. You know, use it to your advantage instead of just telling her she gets 250. Whatever it is that you need, that's what she needs to do. The kit, the pick your own kit, they're letting that go on another week as well. And then again, I'd imagine at convention they'll make some sort of announcement, whether it's continuing or changing or what have you, I don't know. There's usually some sort of recruiting special that gets announced at convention, but the choose your own kit is spectacular. And I really want to compliment you guys on using that, because I feel like we had a larger than average amount of returnees, and I do believe that enticing them with a choose your own kit and you know, just encouraging them to come back with that kit played a big role in that. So great job. Just yesterday, I got like 5 such and such joined your team emails yesterday. So great job. The team building is definitely building up. I got quite a few Texas and Californias come across yesterday. And then on top of that, I know there were some re-signs. And just so that you guys know, when somebody rejoins, I don't get the same type of notification, nor do you. When, you know, you sign somebody up as a re-sign, you don't get that same email like you do when you sign a new person. So don't feel like you did anything wrong. If you're re-signing someone who was previously under someone else, please do your best to manage that yourself, because they think they're going to click the right button and change the recruiter and blah, blah, blah. And about 3% of the time they do. And the other 3%, the other 97%, they mess it up and you have to call home office. And, you know, if the person they accidentally re-sign under is a problem, then it becomes a problem as well. So try to, you know, do those re-signs. That's that whole procedure where you know, sign in and all that. If you can either supervise it or do it, you will be less stressed. Okay, so I also found out that you can still register for convention and get the watch. So we did earn the watch, like I told you guys last night. We earned it under the Mary Grace number, so that's awesome. Like I said, our number was assigned under different circumstances than we exist now, so I don't know that it would have been reasonable for us to hit the number we were given. So I'm super proud of the number we have coming. We have in the mid-60s. I think that's amazing. And we contributed a lot of, you know, 60 plus people to the Mary Grace number, which is awesome. So if there are people that you still can get on board, especially those of you in the driving distance, by all means, give them a call, see who wants to, you know, come on board with us. If you have potentials, anybody like that, it's not too late, especially those of you that team members that you have that have been to convention before and some reason are not coming this year. Check with them, because they're the ones that right now are wishing they were going, and maybe hearing your voice and encouraging them just a little bit more or just one more time. The value of the watch we're getting is $458. Did you spot that? I only noticed that today. $458. Yes, is the retail on the attendance watch. So
if somebody doesn't go to conference but they register, do they still get the watch?
No, because you have to go with your photo ID and hand it over.
Okay.
So there's really, if that's, I think I even tried to do it once for somebody and I was unsuccessful. So and to that end, make sure that I know you can't even travel on a plane without a photo ID, but just make sure that everybody has their ID and brings it down with them that day, because people do have to go, you know, you do go online and pick it up and show your ID. So don't give up on getting a few more people there, especially previous attendees that are kind of chomping at the bit. So that you are aware, they are going to live stream it again. So if there are people that you know, nothing is changing, you know, the whole world could shift and they're still not coming. Encourage those that are not coming to do a little event and watch things together. You know, if they want to get together and watch on Saturday night, or if they want to get together and watch any of the convention, it still would be fun if they did their own little local mini convention, even if it was 2 of them. You know, if you have a branch who wants to watch it with her recruit, things like that. That was pretty fun last year. I remember on the team page, people hooked it to their TV and then posted pictures of their snacks and their, you know, just getting all excited to watch it. So anything that helps the team feel connected is always a plus. Okay, so a couple of things that I learned that we're going to be seeing at convention and getting at convention. Finally, I have asked for this 10,000 times and it's finally coming out. We're finally going to be getting a little brochure for when someone wants information at the business at a show. So remember how I was teaching you guys at the last call about, like, give them a little brochure and say, you know, I'm new. Not you guys, you wouldn't say I'm new, but to teach the team to say I'm new, but I would still like to get your questions answered. I'm going to have my friend Jenny give you a call. You know, I'm going to make sure she gets all your questions answered. She's the one who answers my questions. And then give them the little brochure. That's what we've been lacking, is a good little brochure. And now we will not be lacking it anymore. It's just going to be a little bifold, and it's called, and on the front it says "Success looks gorgeous on you." And it's just a real brief little thing about being a hostess, a real brief thing about selling, nothing about going over all the, you know, it's nothing that would answer their questions to the point that they won't need to speak to you anymore, which I also love, because you never want to give too much information that now they don't need to talk to you anymore. So that is coming down the pike, along with training on how to use it. It's just the brochure is about experiencing success and what that could mean for them. So I'm excited about that. Are you guys excited about that? I feel like that's something really, really needed, especially for, like, the team to recruit. They feel like they need something. And if we just teach them how to say, I'm going to have my friend Elizabeth give you a call. I'm new, but she's the one who answers all my questions. What would be a good time to have her call you? That's all they need to learn. And we just make them say it until they can say it comfortably, and then they call you with a phone number. That's the procedure we need going. What's also getting modified is the refer a friend, because I'm sure you probably have noticed that that does not really work the way that it is. You know, refer a friend and receive $50 when they qualify. These are all words that people are not interested in. Qualified, you know, refer. So now it's just called, well, it might still be called, I think it's getting called refer a friend, but it's going to be a new 4-color brochure that you can, like a little mini flyer, I should say, that you're going to use at your show. So if you use the clipboards, you can put it on the clipboard, you can hand it out separate, however you want to do it. But part of it is their information, part of it is who they're referring's information. And when they rip it off, they're keeping the part with a little bit of business info and your information on it. So I guess we can put labels or use a stamp or whatever on it. So love this, because now that's going to be the type of thing that you can do a separate raffle at your show and do, you know, this is going to be the special gift raffle, and then have them fill out a referral, pick a winner from that, you know, from the recommenders, and then you know, they'll go home with information. You'll have names. So I think that's going to be fantastic. And it certainly sounds like a much more inviting form than the one that we're currently using. So we'll all get a sample of it in that envelope they give out. You know how we get the big envelope on the day where we get the new catalog and all that? There's going to be a sample there. And it will be available for pre-order as well. I think that might be like something we can purchase at convention as well. So in order to get the team and ourselves ready for the post-convention, I would definitely like to talk a little bit now about, like, how to be, like, as a title, how to be post-convention ready. right? We need people post-convention ready. Right now, everybody, and to some extent ourselves, you know, it's all about what shoes am I bringing? What am I wearing Saturday night? Da, 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 da. But the real question is, what business do I have when I come back from convention? What am I ready to do when we come back from convention? So that is another thing I wanted to do a Facebook Live about. But let's talk now about some things that we can do to get post-convention ready. Becky, what are you showing us there?
That's on my to-do today, my goal sheet for the month. I do personal, team.
Wait, now you went, wait, you muted yourself again. Hold on. Personal and team was the last thing we heard.
Personal, team, social media, and family. And I do my overall, like, top 3 things for each of those pieces.
Awesome.
I usually do it before the beginning of the month, but that's all I gotta say.
Well, when you have 4 kids that have had to go to the doctor, sometimes things get a little behind. Well, setting goals is definitely a huge thing, because how do you know if you got where you were going if you didn't know where you were going in the first place? So that is good. What are some things that we can do so that we can get the team post-convention ready?
I've been talking to some of the people on the team, talking to them about setting up personal appointments for the new catalog reveal, and like people that had gift cards that's going to be ordering the jewelry before they actually start having parties, to go back to those hostesses that had successful parties or had a party to see if they would be willing to have another get together.
Awesome.
So I'm gradually working my my people on my team, gradually calling people that are not going per se, because I know that they usually do an activity like that at convention with personal appointments. So the people that are not going, I've been reaching out to just to, you know, see what their game plan is for the new catalog.
Definitely. Did you guys see the Tammy Christensen video about the vault?
Not yet.
Because that was a fantastic thing, and I forgot that she had shared that with me before the last convention. Because Tammy's thing is that she makes sure that she is showing the jewelry 14 days in a row when we get back from convention, because she feels like if she does that, because usually it's double points, and I know we just had double points, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably have some more coming out of convention. She feels like if she works 14 days in a row, she generally earns the trip for 1 in that time period. And then she has the whole rest of the incentive to get the extra points for the second trip. So she just likes to come home and really hit the ground running. And it makes a lot of sense. So she sets up, you know, shows, personal appointments, whatever it is. So if you didn't see that, definitely click it. What the gist of it is that she calls past hostesses and good customers and whomever, and she says, I'm just about to leave for our convention. I'm going to have the brand new jewelry, brand new catalog, and I am allowed to let 14 people pick a gift from the vault while I'm there. So I'm going to pick a high-end piece of jewelry for you that's discounted. Well, she doesn't say it's discounted. I'm telling you it's discounted. But she says, I'll tell them I'm able to pick a piece of jewelry for you from the vault. I bring it with me to your party. And this is going to be on top of all of the post-convention specials, which are always amazing. So all I would need to know is, when do you want to have your show? And would you like gold, silver, rose gold, or something colorful? So she writes it down. She likes rose gold. And then she does go, and you can really take it from there. You can handle it however you want. You may have things that are the same as doing the vault in your office. So use that. You can actually go into that Park Lane, you know how in the room they have all those discounted jewelry pieces, but you can also just look online in the sale area for things that fall into that category, because if you can order it yourself using the sale section of the catalog and then use your 2 and 4 and your free 70, you'll get the points for the trip. Whereas when you order stuff in the actual room at convention, you don't. So however you want to handle the jewelry is fine. The point is that enticing her with the vault. And then what she does to increase the level of excitement is she goes live in her team page, in her customer page from convention, like in the vault, in the room. And she's like, I'm here picking out pieces for Sue and Mary and Sharon. And then she says that people get very excited. Wait, pick me one and stuff like that. So this is something that you could start working on yourself and that you can suggest the team to do as well. She'll even have somebody at convention call her as like another, like she'll just have, say, Becky call her hostess, and Becky now says, hi, I'm a leader here at Park Lane, and I'm here with Tammy, and we are inside the vault, and I'm so excited. She's looking at some good stuff. What do you think? Do you want something blingy? Do you want something plain? I'm helping her out in the vault here for your party. So funny to do that, and fun to do that with somebody with like a different accent than you have or whatever, so that it feels extra special. But this is just all things, crazy little funny, fun things that will keep people excited. So, the other thing is that I really feel that we all need to have an event ready for the team to use after convention. So I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of you post it already, like that you have a Sip and Style booked, or you have some sort of something booked that the team can participate in. So definitely, if you have not done that, I would highly recommend that you check out, a restaurant space, or if you want to open up your home, or if you want to do the rob your neighbor thing. That's a fun thing to do because you can use new jewelry, and then when you see what's getting stolen, now you know what their favorites are from the new book, and you can do a booking incentive once again using those same pieces. So whatever works for you, you'll want to have something that the team can participate in. That way nobody can say, like, oh, well, I would have done it, but I don't have room in my house, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, we have a new launch. Mary Grace's reveal, she is calling it Purple Crush. I thought this was fun because the color of the year is a shade of purple, the Pantone color of the year. So she's calling it Purple Crush, and I saw the invitation. You may have seen it as well posted. It says Purple Crush in like big, and there's like a big, deep purple background, and everyone's being encouraged to wear shades of purple. And so that's just a kind of a fun thing when you can do a color like that, and it'll certainly make for amazing pictures that night because with everybody wearing all the different shades, it'll look so good. So just wanted to share that theme in case anybody else likes that one. Another one that she had shared with me when I was thinking of a different type of event, she said she'll do what she calls a sweet reveal. This is for when you want to have your jewelry launch in not a restaurant. So like maybe it's a Knights of Columbus, or maybe it's like a church hall, something where food is not provided, and you just set up a beautiful candy table. Just have the various team members, everybody's required to bring X number of candy, have people bring jars and stuff, and then you just set it up real pretty, different levels, all the different candy, and then you go to the party store or the dollar store, you get those plastic bags and scoops, and people just make themselves a candy bag and then sit down and enjoy the fashion show and the giveaways and all of that. So that's just, to me, a very economical one. We're considering a Scott event at the Mercedes dealer by us. And we just need the Mercedes dealer to call us back. Every time it's under new ownership. Every time I went in there to get my car serviced or washed or anything, I would see the manager who said, Michelle, when are we doing an event? I've been waiting for you. Now we're ready to do the event and nobody works there anymore. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? Because I said, we have the location, we have the sweet reveal thing would be so easy because now I just do tables of candy. I don't have to worry about anything else. I was going to just do champagne and candy because that I thought would be fun. So we're still waiting on that. Any other thoughts? Anyone want to share any other thoughts or ideas or themes or anything? Okay. So another thing I wanted to share was, I don't know if you noticed that in the month, the reason that Tammy did that 14 shows video and a couple of other videos was that Mary Grace started up in the overall organization for this year. Mary Grace is going to do Leader of the Month. So she's just basically picking a leader who had a great month the month before and asking if they would be Leader of the Month. And she writes up she wrote up a little bio of her and put up a photo, let everybody know she was Leader of the Month. And then in the St. Louis page, she's asking the Leader of the Month to just do one, either YouTube or Facebook Live or something each week. Something that'll help the team. Any subject you want, any topic you want, any length of time you want, any day of the week you want, just please go live or post a video each week of that you are Leader of the Month. And she did the great idea with the gift cards, taking advantage of the shopping spree. She did the 14 bookings one. She did she just did jewelry training one time. And for some reason, I'm forgetting the fourth one, but she just did a really, really fantastic job. Now that's going to be on the St. Louis page, which not everybody keeps their notifications on and not everybody sees as much because that's the really big organization group. So what I was wondering is, do you want to also do that in our own group? And it would basically be, each of you getting featured at some point. And it would really give the team a much greater view and get to hear from lots of different voices. People would love to hear, I'm quite sure people would love to hear what Beth does. Beth works full time and is doing this, and she manages to be in the recognition a lot. And, definitely Beth has a lot of things to share, but doesn't have as many opportunities to share it with the team as we probably should be taking advantage of. Everybody on this leader team has something to offer, even in a 5-minute Facebook Live in a month at some point. So is that something that you guys would like for us to do on our own group page as well? We can start with a yes or a no, or you can say I'm not sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Now, of course, saying yes, if we go forward with this, it does mean that eventually it will be your turn. So,
Well, the more good ideas we share, the better, I think, for everybody.
Yeah. Need Becky's organization skills for sure.
And Becky's asking what the question was. The question was, Becky, would you like, how Tammy was Leader of the Month?
Yeah, okay. I think that's a good idea.
Our own too.
I think it's a good idea, but I think we have to maybe tweak it a little bit because there's quite a few leaders that do work outside the home so that it would work for everybody.
Oh, I was just throwing that out as one thing that people could learn from Beth, but certainly I'm not restricting any topic of any kind. Tammy literally was like, I need to make one more video. What should I do? She goes, you know what? I think I'm going to just do some jewelry training. And I think that's always a good one because people can always learn, extra from that. But it can be, what you did to recruit your most recent person. It can be something that you do written in your calendar each month. Something, it could be, I would not restrict or whatever you want to share. I wouldn't even care if it was literally the exact same thing the leader before shared for the month, because who knows who saw it? Who knows if it's the same angle? People hear different voices differently. So it's not like you would have to say, oh, Becky just did that last month, now I can't do it. No, you do it your way, and Becky did it her way. And look if it was true that people didn't have to hear things over and over again, why would I be forever doing lunch and learns about how to get bookings? Everybody could just say, well, we know how to do that. But everybody needs that review. So as long as you guys are willing to have a turn at some point, just even the leaders on this call right now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. That's half the year. So either everybody on this call goes twice, but there's certainly more, we have Tiffany in there. We have Belinda. We have, that's just 2 that are on the top of my head. But when I look at the screen, of course, I'm thinking about who I'm looking at. So, all right, yay. So then who wants to be for February? Remember, if you go first, then you don't have to follow anyone else. So that's the benefit to being first. You know what? Okay. Becky, since we had a request for Trisha, and then Elizabeth, you can be next since you put your hand up too. Thank you, ladies. Because obviously they're sick of me, so it's got to be you guys, you know. All right, so Becky, today's February 1st, so at some point, what we would just ask is, what can you share in little nuggets? You know, and you don't have to tell me now. I'm just saying, like, think about what, and not even like, you know, not a long time. And depending on the topic, some things go longer than others. Tammy's live with the jewelry was longer than the other ones, but that's because people come on and they comment and it's fun. People love watching that. But yes, I know that your organization skills are coveted among many. So feel free to share that in segments. You are great at the book 4 thing. So what do you say and do to get people to, you know, how do you get those names written on your calendar? One thing to remember as leaders in general is that stuff that we do that is second nature and we think is second nature to all humans is typically not. And that's why we're the leaders on this call and they're not. So if you think that you were going to share something, but that's too basic, I promise you it's not for someone. And that happens at all levels. There was something someone shared recently, and I was like, I have never done that. And the person that I was speaking to, I don't even remember what it was or who I was talking to, but they were like, what? They couldn't believe that I had never done what she had just said. And I said, listen, I don't know. And I'm not great with organization, so it surely probably had something to do with that. But, okay, yay, that'll be fun. There's Trisha. In your pretty coat. All right, questions, thoughts. That is the agenda that I had of things to talk about. So is there anything that you would like to talk about in these final few minutes? Yes,
I have a question. Did they send a link to pre-order catalogs? Did I miss that?
You did.
You did.
But I posted it too. The last day was allegedly yesterday. I'll forward you. It was, oh dear. Elizabeth, do you get the company emails normally? Do you get Week at a Glance and all that? What?
Oh, you got to turn on your email notifications then.
Yes. You need to.
How do I do that?
Did you ever go and make sure that you were like registered, or just call home office and make sure that you're on this list?
And what's the name of the list?
It just says to receive emails. Like it's at the bottom of the screen when you're on.
Isn't it on like your profile page or your?
Oh, it might be.
I forget what page it's on.
Under the field interface?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to turn on like a little radio button, like slide it over.
Is that under settings?
Maybe.
Hand side. On the right hand side. I saw it when I was out there yesterday looking for some stuff.
Under settings?
And it's towards the bottom. Like there's a thing that you put your email address in that says, do you want to receive emails?
Where it says newsletter.
I thought so. I think that's one of the spots I know. But you can definitely also call tech support or web support and ask.
Okay, I just did it. Okay, and then I have one other question. I know that we get dinner on Saturday. Do we get dinner on Friday?
No.
Okay.
No. We'll probably just do something like casual. Well, remember, there's a couple of options. Because remember, Friday night is the night we're at the tables. So you can bring in, you just kind of have to be so super obvious about it. But like you can't walk in with pizza boxes like we do in Chicago. But if you want to take something from any of those little restaurant things and bring it in, because rather than use time you could be getting ready or hanging out, if you'd rather just bring it into the event, I believe you can do that. So it's funny, I never eat pizza out of state, like really hardly ever, except I do like that little pizzeria in Vegas. Although I never get the pizza, so I guess that doesn't count. I always get a sandwich.
Is Mary Grace doing anything Friday? I know sometimes she does something.
Not this year, to my knowledge.
Okay.
So I think we'll
So
just
we need to plan for that.
Yeah, we could actually do something fun. We could send a message out to everybody and say, you know, does everybody want to meet at the such and such? Or I feel like once we know, maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's slim chance I'm getting that sweet. So we can even go somewhere. You know, like we don't have to stay in the Paris. There's an amazing buffet right across the way that Anthony and I went to last year, and it was like $10 or something, and it was so good. So Friday night we have like 3 hours break to put on a t-shirt or a hoodie and a ponytail. So maybe we can venture out of the Paris and like go somewhere. Because if we stay in the Paris, like there's going to be 10 million people at that pizza place and whatever. So maybe we should, you know what, I'll put my husband on the task and see if there's like a reasonable, because he's said 100 times, why don't we check out that other buffet? And it's like right across the way, and then you go down an escalator and it's like downstairs in a different hotel.
Michelle, Teresa has been to Vegas, I'm going to say probably 20 or 30 times. So she probably knows a lot of places for us to go.
Okay.
So we're coming in on Wednesday. We're coming in on Wednesday night around 9 and not leaving until Sunday night at like midnight.
Okay. Yeah, if you could ask her if there's like, a buffet really is perfect because people are going to get there when they get there, so people can just pay, go to the buffet, and we just keep building the table as we go, or just sit in groups or whatever. So if she knows of something, but like across the street or, you know, real close.
My friend that lives in Vegas, she's works for the TSA, so I'm going to tell her to pull all of you guys aside. No, just kidding.
Aside all the time anyway.
No, but I can ask her because she's lived in Vegas for like 35 years. So
okay, awesome. Now that you just said those words out loud, my brother lives in Vegas. Duh. I could ask. All right, so then maybe we can plan for that. See, this is what I mean about not being so overscheduled, that we can probably do some things we've never had the chance to do. So maybe we can just do some sort of like very reasonably priced nearby buffet on Friday night, and then head over to the thing. Yeah, because they did. That's right, they did the hot dogs and stuff last time. That was fun. You know what it is? Freaking everything in Vegas is 20 times the price, and that's why they're going to stop doing it there, because it's so expensive. And the company can't do the fun things for us that they can do in other locations. You know, the thing in Chicago, that was so reasonably priced for them to do for us. And Mary Grace, for that pizza party last year, paid $3,000 for us to eat the worst pizza that was ever manufactured. And I told her that she was out of her damn mind and that was not necessary. But they wouldn't let her use a room. I don't know. There was like some reason why she had to do the pizza or something. And I was like, then don't do it. $3,000 is ridiculous. I don't care that she makes a lot of money. That is ridiculous.
That's a waste of money.
It was a waste of money. And so I'm sorry if now you're like, oh, well, thanks. Now we have no pizza. But I told her that was insane. And I think she finally agreed. Because it was $1,000 to do it in Chicago. And that pizza is good. So like $1,000 to me is reasonable for something that's good for a big team, for a one-time-a-year event, you know? $3,000 for that? No. She does a lot for all of us. There was no reason for that. But, so other post-convention stuff, I do want to start getting out to do some more visits again. So I want to plan some of that. But like I said, everybody should plan some sort of post-convention event if you have not done so already. And we got to get the team, because here's what a lot of people do, you guys, and this is what we're trying to avoid. And that's why I'm going to do this Get Post-Convention Ready Facebook Live. Because people wait for convention to take this action, you know? So now they're at convention and it's another 2 weeks before 2 or 3 weeks before they're picking a show date. Whereas if you get people on the horn now, they're booking the week after we come back and you're getting right out there with the jewelry. So, you know, we need people to muster up their excitement level now and not wait until they're sitting in convention to start taking action. And that includes us as well. Any other thoughts or questions? Or just anything you want to say in general? Beth, did you settle up your roommate issue?
Yeah, I have a roommate that's on Janie's Sands' team.
Okay, good.
That's coming. So
I'm so sorry that happened. If that, I mean, that was so late.
well.
We
And then Becky ended up having room. It's a whole big, you know, nightmare. It works out though.
Okay. Well, Janie's very normal, and I'm sure her girl is too.
Oh, she seems very sweet. I talked to her on the phone, so we're all good.
That's always such a big risk when you
Do you snore?
What's that?
I know, right? I don't want to ask that because I probably snore. So.
Oh my God. I just
always take
get so
earplugs.
nervous when normal people are like, I need a roommate. And I'm like, oh God. Like, you could get anybody. So.
I know. I will admit I kind of Facebook stalked her a little bit before I agreed.
Good. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right, good. So, all right, well then, we're all set. And super excited to see you guys all. I will do a live before, you know, in the next couple days. Maybe I'll just do it today or tomorrow. Well, anyway, I'll do it soon. And thank you again, Becky, for being our leader of the month. And we look forward to your first video. But don't do anything until I do the introduction of it and all that. But I don't think you're doing it today anyway, so it's fine. You look cute no matter what. So, all right. I will see you guys all soon. Bye.